everyone, it's me, Saul again. How have you all been today? You having a good day? Good, I'm glad to hear it. Alright, so today, I think I have a bit of an interesting video I want to talk about. It's based on Godzilla vs. Kong, and I'm here to talk about why giving Godzilla the red spiral breath, or at the very least orange, one of those two colours. It's going to be about why giving Godzilla the spiral breath in that movie would actually have helped the likes of Kong and Mechagodzilla. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you might be thinking, Saul, how would that help them? That would just make Godzilla even stronger. Surely Kong or Mechagodzilla would die to Godzilla. Like, Kong would first die to Godzilla in Hong Kong, and then when Mechagodzilla emerges, he would then die to Godzilla, right? Or at the very least, sort of not do as bad as you would think. Alright, well, here's the thing. When I say give Godzilla the red spiral breath, I don't just mean make Godzilla even more powerful than he already is. No, all I'm suggesting is we take the actual shots from the film that Godzilla uses the atomic breath and just change them from blue to red, or like a reddish orange or something. That's literally all I'm suggesting. We just change the color from blue to red. That's it. So now that we've done that, that actually kind of helps Kong, for example. Like, yeah, Kong would still end up losing to Godzilla, but considering the fact that partway through the fight, he gets hit right in the back by the atomic breath and was completely fine, if we change that to the red spiral breath, then that would mean Kong could tank the most powerful atomic breath Godzilla can dish out and is completely fine. So even if you would say that it's unfair because this is Godzilla at like a super powered form with the spiral breath, it at least gives it a bit of a mystery of how different would the fight have been if Godzilla was in his regular form. Would Kong be able to beat that? Would Godzilla still win? Would they be 50-50? It gives us a bit of a mystery still, and can keep the debate going. I think that's fair. And then we got Mechagodzilla, right? Let's take the scene from the film where they do the beam clash, right? Mechagodzilla overpowers it. However, you do have to take into account that at this point Godzilla was incredibly tired and weakened after his fight with Kong, considering they fought for an entire night, 12 hours. And Mechagodzilla was at his strongest. And you can see visibly during the beam clash, Mechagodzilla's smoking. So he's giving his all to overpower a weakened, tired atomic breath. That's how power scaling works, right? I don't know. So if we change that to the red spiral breath, even if you want to say that this is still Godzilla at half power or whatever it is the power scalers say, if we assume that the spiral breath was, 2 times stronger than his normal breath, then that would still mean this weakened atomic breath or spiral breath would still be as powerful as the normal atomic breath. So having Mechagodzilla still be able to overpower that would make him even more impressive, because now he actually would look like a threat. Because, unfortunately, I've been watching quite a lot of... Unfortunately is a strong word. I shouldn't be saying unfortunately. Like what you like. I don't care if you like power scaling or not. I'm not really that big into it. I just don't know how it works, really. Actually, I should stop talking, right? I know how power scaling works to an extent. I don't know the maths behind it. I don't know how Godzilla blasting down to the core of the Earth is a Yotafo level feat that gets him to a star level. I don't know how that works. I don't care for that. I just like seeing big monsters fight. If a monster is they could go from having let's think about that. Godzilla beats Kong, Mechagodzilla beats Godzilla, and then Kong beats Mechagodzilla. Most of the time that wouldn't make any sense, right? Well, I don't care. Big monster fights. Okay, so where was I going with this? Alright, back to the spiral breath, right? So overall, if we gave Godzilla the red spiral breath in Godzilla vs. Kong, it would then make Kong and Mechagodzilla by extension, look more powerful, because if they're able to either survive the breath or overpower it, or both, then that would make them look like they would actually be a good match against Godzilla. Kong is a match for Godzilla. I will die on that hill. These two are actually like a match. I don't care what anyone else has to say. But Mechagodzilla isn't really, considering he was getting destroyed by Godzilla and Kong when they were incredibly tired and weakened. So if he fought them while they were at full power, they would dismantle him, literally. So yeah. But with the Red Spiral Breath, Mechagodzilla would now look like a challenge, because now it looks like he could actually take on a full power Godzilla and potentially win. I'd still have my money on Godzilla and all, but, you know, it would at least look a bit more fair, you know? There's a reason why in my my TF2 dub videos, I gave Godzilla an orange atomic breath. It was because of that. So, that's it for this video. But yeah, let's just quickly go back to the power scaling thing. I want to bring that up. Like, yeah, there's people who love it. There's people who hate it. There's people who don't really care. I'm on the side where I don't really care. Like, I'm not into power scaling myself. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not saying it causes arguments or anything, but like, at the same time, I don't think it's fucking anti-art or whatever, like most pretentious people say. Like, I don't care about that, right? However, at the same time, I just don't think it really works for me. I just think it's kind of silly. I like to watch power scalers because they're very clearly smarter than me, but, you know, yeah, like what you like. Just don't force it on other people. Alright, yeah, so that's all I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.